8 signs you have ADHD and didn't know it. If you've ever sat in a meeting nodding along while your brain was actually replaying an argument from 3 years ago, stick around. Because sign number 6 on this list is the one that convinces most people they've had ADHD their entire lives and just called it being weird. I'm going to walk you through 8 signs backed by what clinicians actually look for, not just can't sit still. Most adult ADHD looks nothing like the hyperactive kid stereotype. It looks like chronic lateness, forgotten conversations, and a brain that's either doing nothing or doing everything at once. Sign 1. You have 2 speeds, 0 and 100. There's no in-between gear. You're either staring at a wall, unable to start, or 4 hours deep into a hyperfocus session you didn't choose. Sign 2. You reread the same sentence 5 times. Not because you're slow, because your brain keeps minimizing the tab and opening a new one. Sign 3. You interrupt people, but not because you're rude. The thought feels urgent. If you don't say it now, it's gone. ADHD brains have a weaker buffer for holding thoughts in working memory. Sign 4. Time feels like a suggestion, not a fact. 5 minutes in your head and 5 minutes on a clock are not the same thing. This is called time blindness, and it's one of the most under-discussed symptoms. Sign 5. You're the most engaged person in the room. About one topic, hyperfocus isn't a flaw, it's a misallocated superpower. Now here's where it gets interesting. Sign 6. Sign 6. You feel emotions at full volume. Rejection-sensitive dysphoria. A criticism that would roll off someone else's back can wreck your whole day. This is so common in undiagnosed ADHD adults that some researchers think it should be a core symptom, not a side effect. Sign 7. Your house has 12 unfinished projects. Not because you're lazy, because starting is dopamine and finishing is just maintenance. Your brain already got its reward at hour 1. Sign 8. You've been called smart but disorganized your entire life. That sentence, said enough times by enough teachers and bosses, is basically an unofficial diagnosis. So here's the uncomfortable part. None of these signs alone mean anything. It's the pattern across decades that matters. If you counted 4 or more just now, you're not broken. Your brain runs on a different operating system. And once you know the system, you can finally stop fighting it. In the next video, I break down the exact framework professionals use to actually diagnose this. Not a quiz, the real clinical criteria. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and drop a comment with which sign hit hardest. I read every single one.